What's up guys? French is an art. It's sophisticated, it's refined. It needs to be taken care carefully, like a pinky tiny baby's bottom. I should really stop improvising the beginning of my videos. And this is why today I'm talking to you about something that has nothing to do with French. But it does have something to do with France. That's quite the same thing, right? So today you already know what we're going to talk about because you're intelligent, you read the title. Unless you love my stuff so much that you decided to click on the video without even reading the title and then you rock. Or that you're an analphabet and don't know how to read. Which, when I think about the probabilities, is more likely to happen. So for you, not the analphabet, because I assume that if you don't know how to read, you probably don't understand the words that come out from my mouth. No, that's not because of my French accent. Today, we're going to look at what not to do in France. I hope you'll enjoy. So first thing first, I saw many videos and websites who are telling you what not to do in France. And most of them are... Ah ben c'est des conneries, hein? So because of that and because I'm French, you're not, I share my knowledge. It's a win-win relationship. I give you knowledge and you give me... What am I doing? Yes! A false sense of social belonging. What does it mean? You basically make me believe that I have friends on the internet and that I'm not alone. Anyway, so let's look at all those faux pas that you need to avoid. So for that, what I'm going to do, yeah, the video will never start. I'm going to take all the most famous faux pas, the ones that I saw in most of the videos, in most of the websites, and then we will either say if it is a faux pas, or if it's not, or if it's in between. Which means that you'll be screwed. So the first one, we don't hug. And this one is completely true. I mean, some French do love hugs. I'm a hugger. But we don't hug random people in the street. We don't hug homeless people. We don't hug corpses. We don't hug pedophiles. Unless we're minors getting into... demonetized. I was playing YouTube. No, but more seriously, most of us don't hug. Even with family or close friends, it's just not part of our culture. Instead, we do la bise. And the few who do hug are like me. Come here! I want a hug! And then I'll skin you alive and put it on my body so we'll feel like one. The power of love. Mwah! Butterfly. Jérémy Ferrari, 99... Ah non, ça c'est Arnaud de sa mère. Okay, so the second faux pas is to not say hello, please, thank you, goodbye. It's like basic politeness. If you go to someone, you just say hello. If you need to ask something to someone, if you're getting into a shop, if you're going to a restaurant, if you're seeing a friend. Hello, please, thank you, goodbye. Okay, now for the number 3, let's return to la bise. Because most people don't understand what really is la bise. When we do la bise, I love to read la bise, la bise, la bise, la bise. It's like la brise, but without the R. So instead of la brise, it's la bise. And so la bise is la bise, because if it wasn't la bise, then it wouldn't be la bise. So la bise is... Okay, so that was pointless just to get some time. So la bise is not a kiss. La bise is cheek against cheek, and then you just make the sound of a kiss. It's like... I mean, to most strangers, you think that when we do la bise, it's like we're making out with the cheek of someone. It's like... I will continue until it's really cringy. But it's not even a kiss. Which is why for us, hugging is too much. And talking about that, I heard and read everywhere that when you go to a party, you need to say hello to everyone with a la bise. And then goodbye to everyone with a la bise again. So this is actually true. But not everywhere. and it's situational. For example, from where my girlfriend comes, which is north of France, kinda, but at the same time, everything is north of me. Hola mia bella Nisa, Regina degli Flo. So for her, it's actually true. Every single time she goes to a party, she says hello with la bise to everyone and then goodbye with la bise to everyone, even strangers. So if there's two people, you just go bonjour, bonjour, au revoir, au revoir. If they are five, bonjour, 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 au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. If they are 10,000, bonjour, 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 bonjour. Did you actually think that I would try it 10,000 times? But yeah, they do that every single time, and that's something that I find crazy. From where I come from, in south of France, Nice, we don't. You do la bise if it's a family party or a really close friends party. Like there you will say hello to everyone. But if there are people that you don't know, we usually just say hello quickly and don't do la bise. Also, most of the time when we leave, we just go like, bye bye, and that's pretty much it. But then you might ask, how do I know? Well, you don't. So you're pretty much screwed. Although I do have a solution. If you go to a party and there's like many people and you're not sure about that, just be like, I have the flu, sorry. And then that's perfect. Like everyone will be like, hey, how are you? Congratulations. And talking about parties, yeah, the 2-3 next ones will be about parties. And it's not my fault if we love partying. It's the best place to find a girl or a boy too. We are French after all. So yeah, there's this thing that is called le quart d'heure de politesse. This is utter nonsense! I heard and read everywhere about the quart d'heure de politesse. It's the fact that when you're invited to a party, you need to arrive 15 minutes late. If you arrive 15 minutes late to my party without telling me prior to this that you'll be late, the door will be closed. I do agree, and all of us will agree that you should not arrive early. And this is strictly because when we are organizing a party, we tend to organize everything and then use the 10 last minutes to prepare ourselves. You know, take a shower, no, perfume ourselves. If you arrive early, that means that you arrive when we're not yet prepared. That's not polite. And that makes us really uncomfortable because we're just like, I'm not ready, fuck you. And being 5 to maximum 10 minutes late is something that is completely understandable, that's something that is seen as customary. However, 15 minutes is a lot, so if you know that you'll be that late, send a text, an SMS, a call, a letter, a raven, your sister. I really have something with sisters. I need to see someone for that. But yeah, all that to say that le quart d'heure de politesse is utter nonsense. Le 10 minutes de politesse, okay, it sounds less cool, but that works. And then when you arrive to this party, always bring something. Or most of the time. You can bring wine, you can bring... And then I'll have everyone, don't bring wine because it will show that you feel that the other person doesn't know how to select wine. Fuck you! No, you can definitely bring wine. I mean, some people will not like that. Just get rid of those people. Yes, that's how I deal with all my problems. I get rid of them. Last time I went to my math class and the teacher was like, okay, we'll start with the problem. I went back home. I failed. But that was okay because I decided that university was a problem, so I went back home. I got fired. And now I'm making videos on YouTube. When I think about it, I probably should have done things differently. Anyway, so yes, bring something. It can be a drink, a dessert, a cake, or just a box of chocolate. Not the one with alcohol, because you know, most people just go like, Okay, finally, you're here, you're at the party, everyone is sitting around the table, and you can finally start eating. Wrong! 3 rules when you're at the table. The first one, you wait for every single person around the table to have their food in front of themselves to start eating. The second one, you need to say bon appétit before starting to eat. And most of the time that's the host who is saying bon appétit first. And the third and last one is that if you want to pour yourself some water or whichever drink you want, or food, again, you need to firstly ask to everyone if someone wants some. And if someone is saying yes, then you need to serve them first, before serving yourself. Meaning that if everyone is saying yes, you're probably screwed, because when you will arrive at yourself, there will be no more. Okay, we're done with partying, and now let's go to public transports, because that's the second best place to find a... Absolutely not. So in public transports, because that's something that I saw when I lived in Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada, in the US. I actually didn't live in the US, but I went to the US several times. And yeah, I don't want to brag, but I'm totally bragging right now. Also, when I was in Japan, and no, actually not in Japan, because Japan is freaking amazing and respectful, so... But yes, when you're in public transports, do not, or in the cinema, do not put your feet in the seat in front of you. This is just plain rude, and I actually have no jokes about that, but the fact that it's just plain rude. Which is not a joke. So, yeah. I mean, when I lived in Australia, everyone was putting their feet in the seat in front of themselves, in the train, in the tram, in the cinema. And that's something that if you do here... Whoa. Like, whoa. Mais putain de touristes de merde! And this one is totally for my girlfriend, who's purely French but still doing it. I still love you. Okay, next one is don't speak too loudly in public places! And rest in peace, headphones users! And by the same way, don't let kids be kids. Because we hate them! We eat them. With like une petite sauce au vin rouge béarnaise. We add some snails, frog legs and garlic, onions also, and it is divine. Oh la la. No, more seriously, when you're in a public place, we tend to not speak loudly. Well, we do in south of France, but that's different. I mean, we're chill, we're cool, we're like the best of the best. We're spitting on Parisians. We're... so, I love you, Parisians. But yeah, most of the time, and even in south of France, in public places, it is not well seen to speak loudly. Like, everyone will look at you like... Oh mais putain, tu vas te taire! Once again, I apologize, headphone users. Although, my apology doesn't really matter now. You're probably deaf. Dead, also. Like dead. I mean, to make things simple, we don't want to hear your private conversation, we don't want to hear you arguing, we don't want to hear your baby scream, we don't want to hear exploding terrorists, or people screaming because a truck is running into a crowd. And of course, we don't want to listen to the music you're listening. I'm no one to judge, but honestly, One Direction... Yes, this was totally a private joke against my girlfriend, who knows that I enjoy it. Okay, 4 more and we're done! That's long. But I mean, I told you, being French is an art, so it's complex. So a quick one, don't speak about religion, politics and money. Especially if you have money. In a lot of countries, you guys value success we value failure. Okay, so that was a quick one, only 3 left, which means that it's the antepenultimate one. Oh, I love this word. So I saw everywhere the don't be too friendly. That's true. And not at the same time. It is true in the fact that if you don't really know someone, we tend to not open ourselves easily. But the legs. Everyone will believe after this video that French are so open-minded about sex when really we're not. But yes, we don't open ourselves easily and don't really want other people to open themselves. So if you want to talk to us about what you did yesterday night with your LSD, don't do it. That being said, the new generation is actually doing that more and more. So maybe in a few years, that's something that might actually happen. Just don't do it right now. Or do it with really young people. Or really old people. If a really old person is talking to me about what they did yesterday night with LSD, I would actually be captivated. But then there's the second part about it, which is the fact of not being friendly with strangers, like don't say hello, don't talk to strangers. It's a big city syndrome, and I'm pretty sure that it's something that is everywhere in the world. In big cities, you tend to not go to strangers to say hello. But when you live in the countryside, or when you go to the mountains for a hike or something, if you cross strangers, say hello, say, how are you? Nice to meet you. Do you want to... I said stop it. But yeah, we're actually really friendly with strangers. I used to live in a small village and I knew everyone without knowing anyone. Every day when I went outside I was like, hey, how are you, how are you? And everyone was replying. And then I knew the lives of everyone without even knowing their names. Which is in that I'm saying that yes and no. Okay, the penultimate one. Don't criticize the fact that we're working only 35 hours per week or that shops are closed on Sundays. This is completely true for 3 reasons. The first one, well, we fought for those rights. So, you know, you will not criticize women for being able to vote now. Same. And if you do, what the fuck are you doing on this channel? Second point, it's actually not true. And finally, ben, jamais 203 quoi. And the last point, finally! When you see someone for the first time in the day and they say, hello, how are you? Like the how are you is customary, kinda everywhere in the world, but when they do that, reply always with yes. Because you know, we like you. We want to know things about you. But not that much. So just say good, and then ask how they are. And that's where a lot of people fail. And it's not that it makes the other one feels like you absolutely don't give a shit about them. But that totally makes this effect. And I know that it's customary to do that in a lot of countries. But at the same time, I saw in so many countries people not doing it. It's like no one cared about me. And when I think about it, maybe that's why. Oh no! Putain! And this is the end of what not to do in France. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Of course I was joking at the end. The reason why no one was asking me how I was is just because I have no friends. So to make me believe that I do have some friends and do have people who care, you should follow me on all my social medias. You can also support me on Patreon because thanks to that I'll be able to become a full-time teacher on YouTube. And I know you want that, right? And no matter what happens, I will see you in my next video. Have an amazing, wonderful day. Don't forget to smile and bye-bye.